I've found it. I've found a way to predict the future highs and lows before they even happen using simple mathematics. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the same with step-by-step and clear instructions. So let's get started before wasting any time. So I want to cover up the basics on why the markets move in the first place. It's because people buy and sell them. But why do people buy and sell them? There are many things, but one of them, and the most important them, is emotions. We as humans, we are emotional beings, and we 90% of the time act and move with our emotions. But what are emotions? If you don't believe me, emotions are nothing but a frequency. When you listen to a sad song, you can become sad. It's because its vibration will influence you to becoming sad. So when you watch the charts for too long, its vibration will influence you also. So that's what we are doing right now to predict the future. It's because vibration is nothing but a repeating pattern. It's a mathematical thing that moves in a sine wave. So how this works is the historical numbers and distances between the highs and lows will repeat into the future. When you see a number in the historical structure, it will repeat into the future. And using that simple idea, we are able to predict the future highs and lows. Let me give you an example. I have also set up a step-by-step clear instructions for you to follow so you don't make any mistakes when doing your analysis. So step one to do this is identify the swings and keep everything simple. So I have an indicator that I use mostly. It's called Zigzag, and you can search it up the indicators tab on TradingView. Search up Zigzag and you will find it. It's free. So when you load up the indicator, it will show you the clear swings so you don't make any mistakes. As you can see, we have our swings like this. What we have to do is we have to note the numbers and distances from low to low or from low to high. These are all mathematical energy points that we need to count the distances and the numbers from. We have to count the price and the bar distances also. Let me give you an example. From the low to the next low, you have 52 bars in distance. So I'm not doing anything complicated. From low to low, you have 52 bars in distance. So if you go to the next swings low and go 52 bars from the low, you land exactly where the next low is. So you predicted the next low's time. We are not considering this an entry immediately. We need at least 2 confirmations for our setup because we can get the other distances and put it on the low and call it a setup. That's not what we do. We need the confirmation from the markets. Don't confirm the markets. Let the markets confirm you. So moving on to step 2 is note the numbers between the swings. When you see a swing from low to low, it can be from high to high, it can be from low to high, doesn't matter. Just note the distances because they will reappear into the future swings. And that's what we are trying to do to predict the future highs and lows. So I want to talk about also bar and price conversion. For example, if you have 20 price, so let's assume that this is 20 in price, you can convert this into time. So what I mean by that, you can count 20 bars from here and it can land on the next one. So what we're trying to do is just getting the numbers and using them. So step 3, we have to count them again from the latest points. So when you see a number, when you see a price number, for example, this was 10, you have to go 10 in price from here and you land exactly at the top. If you see 10 bars, you will also put this into the swing, the latest swings, and you will get the exact point of reversal. But that's not the case. As you can see, we can count from here to here and get the distance and it can land on somewhere random. What we're trying to do is when we have a distance that we identified from the history, if the price matches up the 2 numbers at the same exact time, you can assume that there can be a reversal from there. So if you have 10 bars and 10 in price, so as you can see, 1 and 2, there were 2 confirmations that there was going to be a high there. So after the bar closes, you get in. But for me, if I am too sure about the trade, by the way, I'm just showing you a little glimpse of what's happening behind the markets. There is so much to learn. And this goes so deep that I can only tell you the basic parts. So of course you're not gonna, as I said, enter blindly. We need an entry system. Only enter when the different numbers show the same point, as I have said before. Same points. If the market confirms itself, then you should be able to predict the next one, because the market is showing you the same area of reversal. Enter after the candle closes. Not exactly necessary, but I recommend you do this, because after a little bit of more practice, you will be able to recognize the pattern and get in early. But for now, enter after the candle closes and secure yourself immediately after the trade goes on, because you don't want to take any risks, because you're predicting the highs and lows already. You can't just take stupid risks. Once the trade is going, secure yourself immediately and put your stop loss to break even. So let's go to the real examples. First of all, let's see how I took this short trade right here. This is a real example. As I've said before, I just hid the charts so you can identify the swings more correctly, but this is a real chart. So in here, if you look at the distance in between the swing, as you can see from low to high, we have 33 in price. So I get the 33 and I put it on the next low, and as you can see, after 33 price, you land on the exact red box right here, which shows you, and it shows you the exact high. First confirmation, obviously, we don't enter with the first confirmation, we need the second. So from the high to the low, you have 30 bars in distance. So you get the 30 bars and put it on the next high. I'm not doing anything complicated. I see the 30 number and I put it on the next high, and it was 30 bars again, and look at exactly where it lands on. It landed exactly where the high was, and I shorted it after the candle closed. Isn't this crazy? I'm telling you, this is 100% possible. You can do this. Go ahead. Just note the numbers, put it on the next swings, and it will work. All right, let's move on to the next trade and why I took it. So I counted it from low to the other low. It was 52 bars in total. And I put the 52 bars on the next swing. So I'm not doing anything complicated. Low to low, the distance was 52 bars, and I put it on the next low, and after 52 bars, look at exactly where it lands on, to the exact low. So of course we need the second confirmation for this. So there's also the price confirmation. As you can see, it was 35 in price, but where does this come from? From the low to the next low, the distance was 35 bars, and I converted it into price. And I went 35 price from the high, and it exactly landed on the red box right here. Isn't this crazy? This, just simply counting the numbers, gives you this beautiful long trade right here. And there's another thing I want to show you. This is a tool that I use mostly on my setups. When you put the Fibonacci retracement tool in the first impulse, it mostly works, and it gives me confidence on my trades. So this is the coordinates. If you don't know Fibonacci, I suggest you go research it, because it's the most important ratio in the whole universe. As you can see, I'm using the 618 and the 1.5 value to identify my areas, and this gray box is where the area showed me. Let me do it again for you. If you put this retracement tool from the high to the low, look at exactly where it lands on, to the major low that I longed. So that's the reason why I didn't wait it for the candle to close, because I was so sure about this trade that I longed it before it even happened. And if you didn't saw, the distance between the high to the high was exactly 30 bars in total. So I put the 30 bars into the next high, and after 30 bars, look at exactly where it landed, to the exact point of reversal time of the low. So after all of this, I don't think you can disagree with me. This works. Just give it a try for yourself and you will see that it works. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you want to contact me for free, you can check out the description below. I will only allow a couple people on my Telegram chat because I don't want too much people bothering me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And take care. Goodbye.